Girl, I have a lot to answer for this question. Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome to my Get Ready With Me as I chat about everything. Okay, not literally everything, but I'm gonna be separating my advice into 3 different categories. Answering your guys' questions about friendship, and then answering your guys' questions about relationships, plus my very strongly opinionated relationship advice after being in a healthy relationship with my boyfriend for over a year. Third one, the one you've been all waiting for, how I got into college, my stats, ECs, and just kind of general advice for you juniors and seniors getting into that, you know, horrific time of life. I'll try to link as many products as I use down below. Go check it out because everything I used in this video are like my absolute favorites and they're absolutely worth your money and they're bomb. Super excited. I love yapping. I love talking. Let's get to it. I'm starting off with the bare face today. I've done absolutely nothing with my face except wash it with water. So first I'm gonna start with this Clinique moisturizer. I have a lot of juicy questions that you guys have asked me about, so I will be kind of answering all of them to the best of my ability, but hopefully my experiences in life can kind of help you guys. The first question about friendship is, I'm moving in as a senior to a new school. How is it when you moved in having to make new friends? For those who have been on my channel long enough, I actually moved to Pittsburgh, my current house, freshman year of high school, so during COVID. By the way, I'm using the Merit Grade Skin Serum, 10 out of 10. I've actually moved around a bunch. I've gone to 6 schools, I think. It honestly wasn't hard for me because I was kind of just used to moving. One tip I would say is find your people. Don't worry about having like a big friend group. I had the tendency to not get super close to anybody. No attachment, no hard feelings. It's not personal. It's just like I knew I was gonna move again. After like 3rd grade, I stopped being like super like bestie with everybody. But one thing that did make the process a lot easier for me is I have really great internet friends through YouTube. So I kind of just focus more on those friendships and like my in-person friendships at school because I knew like once I graduate, bye-bye, never gonna see you again. And I don't know if I recommend that, to be honest. It does make it a lot harder for you in the short run. As I say that, like I do have some close friends that I still meet up with from school. The next question, I swear I've gotten this question like 500 times from you guys. Did you get bullied doing YouTube, or how was your social experience while being a content creator? And basically I would say, yeah, I did. It was definitely worse in middle school, but that's probably just because I was in like 8th grade and middle schoolers are mean. Like they are scary. I don't know about now, but at least in my grade, it was not very common to be a content creator or YouTuber back in like 2019. So it was definitely like weird, and people played my videos in front of classes. Pretty much like throughout high school and middle school, like there was always like a teacher who played my video or like kids who would like watch my videos in front of my face, and it was super uncomfortable. I'm not even gonna lie. It definitely did make my experience as a student a lot harder just because I was deemed kind of different. But you know, there were also people who were very nice about it. Don't even get me wrong. I just got into a relationship and all of my friends ditched me. I have a very strong take about this. I also get a lot of questions about like, do I have a boyfriend? Am I in a relationship? Yes, I am in a relationship, guys, now, but I'll get to that a little bit later. So just for this, people have like varying opinions about this. I feel like this is a very sensitive topic. Concealer. I feel like this kind of happens to like a lot of people, to be honest. Once you get in a relationship, obviously it doesn't mean ditch your friend. I think personally a mistake that I made was I had a really hard time finding a good balance. I've only been in one relationship before, and getting into my first relationship, I wasn't prepared to see like how much time and effort does go into a relationship. As someone who is dating for marriage, it's actually really hard to expect someone else that's just not where they're at maturity wise, what they're looking for, to understand your relationship or like the amount of devotion you put into your relationship, that it's easier to be close friends with someone who understands your devotion to that. Otherwise, they're just gonna think like you're abandoning them and you don't care about them, only care about your boyfriend, you know. I don't know the full story, obviously, but you know, sometimes they're just not your people. I also want to tell you, like, you have to treat your close friendships like a relationship, and that's something I kind of didn't get until after a lot of high school. Friends are high maintenance too. It just kind of depends on what your friend expects from you and the relationship you guys have with each other. Leaving the friendship topic, I'm gonna go more into like the relationship type stuff. So just to get back into it, a lot of people suspect, or if you watch my past videos, you know I have a boyfriend. So if you don't know I have a boyfriend, you clearly haven't been watching my past videos. First of all, how do you know if someone is your person? You're kind of stuck in your little area, and unless you get super lucky, there's like a really low chance you'll find your person at the age of like 16. And just like keep in mind, the world is very large. There is like 8 billion people in the world. As someone who's had very high standards my whole entire life, I used to be sad that, you know, I didn't have my first kiss by the time I was 13, but honestly, it's so worth it to just kind of wait it out, my opinion. So if you find someone and they're super immature in high school, it's really difficult to know if it's gonna work out in the long term, especially because we go through a lot of changes as we enter college. There's like that 1% who ends up being high school sweethearts. Ooh, okay, this is a really good one. What do you consider the bare minimum? Girl, I have a lot to answer for this question. Quick little opinion. I feel like on social media, people are like, oh, he opened the door for me and paid for our first date. Like, girl, the bar is at the floor at this point if that is what you're thinking is impressive. Like, if I ever went on a first date with a guy and he didn't pay, we're done. I'm not saying like the guy should be paying for everything. I'm open to like paying for a meal or buying my own stuff, but at the same time, first date, there's no second date. Personally, I will never ever make myself low maintenance for a guy. The cliche saying of if he wanted to, he could. If he wanted to, he could. One important thing to like a stable and healthy relationship is kind of understanding each other's love languages. It kind of did take some time for me and my boyfriend to kind of figure that out because I'm gift giving while he's more words of affirmation. Ooh, okay, this is something that nobody asked, but I have to say in this video because especially in the age of social media and devices everywhere, I don't believe in we made it past the 3-month era or you have to pass first month until you get the ick. I don't know. I think that's absolutely BS. Are you doing long distance with your boyfriend? Yes, I am. Super sad about it, actually. We're gonna try to make it work, guys. I feel like I've yapped enough about relationships. I'm gonna start talking about where I'm going to college, how I got in, all those little secrets that you guys have been plowing at me for because apparently a lot of you guys want to go to LA. First of all, I'll be talking about like my extracurriculars. My main on my Common App, I'm not even gonna lie, was my YouTube channel. College is considered my YouTube channel a passion project because I have been working on it for 5+ years. For other extracurriculars, I did DECA, which is like a business competition type thing. I did it junior year and I competed, made it to the national level, which is super fun. Definitely for those juniors, it's important to kind of rack up on awards, especially ones that qualify at either like a national or state level. Another thing I did was I started a woman in business club at my school as well as a nonprofit that goes along with it, Cherish, my clothing brand. I would say rather than doing like 15 different clubs, recommend just kind of picking like 3 to 5 clubs that you really like, become like an officer or start a club, something like that, because it would definitely pop out more on your applications. I had approximately like a 4.3 GPA weighted. My school is definitely very competitive, and I will tell you during the college process, tip number 1, most important tip ever, if it comes down to anything, don't tell anybody your stuff. Be a gatekeeper. Honestly, that doesn't mean like you can't like share information about like your tests or your notes, but I made sure to never tell anybody where I applied to colleges, when I applied to colleges, and whether I got in, whether I didn't get in, because I like that privacy, especially when senior year it becomes like super competitive. Honestly, if you just don't tell anyone, it'll save you a lot of stress and keep your mental way better. Kind of how I got into USC is just more of like I think it's all in God's hands. I really wanted to go to Boston University, and don't get me wrong, I did get in, but I think once I got into USC, something in my brain switched and I feel like God was telling me to go to LA, and I have no idea why, but it just felt right to me, and that's honestly how I made my decision. Last college tip is get a head start on the testing, like SAT, ACT, get all that done your junior year, because senior year, I do not want to be that kid stressing out in like October right before college apps being like, oh my gosh, I have to take my SAT. My last minute advice for those going into junior or senior year is you guys got this. Honestly, it's never that deep. Don't be too stressed out. I know it sounds like useless coming from me because you're probably like, girl, you're done with it, like that's why you're so chill, but honestly, whatever plan I had for myself, God's plan is greater. And for all of my high school years, I was like, I'm going to Boston. Like nobody can tell me different. I'm going to Boston for college. And guess where I'm not going? Boston. Okay, so guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my little get ready with me plus chat. That is it for this video. I hope my advice benefited you in some way. I can definitely be strongly opinionated sometimes. Trust me, it's because I love you guys and I want you guys to kind of just know what I didn't have, especially growing up as the oldest child. Like, it's definitely hard when you don't have anybody to give you like direct advice. So hopefully I can serve as your guys' older sister who has strongly opinionated advice. So thanks so much for watching. I love you guys so much and I hope to see you guys in the next video.